single to start the game. So now Caitlin Neal comes in at the number 2 spot. And Berger's first delivery is low, ball 1. In her last game, Neal singled and reached on an error. Struck out her first time. 4-6, and first out of the game registered on a fielder's choice. That looked like Neal almost hit herself with the ball. But a nice one hopper to White. 1-6 for the force out for the lead runner. Let's see where that ball bounced. Nope. Pretty far away, just on her wrists. First pitch is in there to Campos, Mila Campos, for strike 1. In the dirt goes by her, and Caitlin Neal will take second base on the first wild pitch of the game. So now Campos with one out on a runner in scoring position. Campos reached on an error last game. And that's a pass ball, and once again, Caitlin Neal takes another base. So back-to-back wilds, pitch and passed ball. And there's Neal, 90 feet away from the first run of the game. Campos fouls that one off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Rogers and White playing in at the corners. One slapped foul. Still 2-2. Anna Berger finds herself in an early jam. Campos trying to push her run across early in the game. 2-2. Gets a runner, gets a bat on it, throws over to first. Here comes Neal at the plate. She's in there safely. Oh, out. They're going to say the throw beat her. So a nice bang-bang play. Rogers to White to Dobson, and that's the end of the first inning. The largest Apple Premier sales and service provider in the Southwest. Mac Media repairs broken iPhones, laptops, iMacs, and much more. Learn more at MacMediaInc.com. Jess Nagaki is the starting pitcher for Desert Thunder. And stepping in to the batter's box is Isabel Van Tyker. There you see Van Tyker. She actually scored 2 of the team's 3 runs in the game before this on this diamond. First time she came home on a sacrifice fly. The second time she was a pinch runner, came home on a single. A pitch in there for strike 1. Fouled off left side. So now a couple of strikes on Isabel Van Tyker. And fouled off once again. Chopper's very good at staying alive in the batter's box and fouling off 2 strike pitches. Tapped just foul. The catcher Vanderwerf. Two count. That's a riser. And Van Tyker trying to get on base any way she can. Full count pitch. Slapped through the whole left side, base hit. And Van Tyker gets on with a single on a full count pitch, just like Sydney Gray did for the Desert Thunder in the top half of the inning. Beautiful piece of hitting. Doesn't look like there's much of a hole between Caitlin Neal and Sydney Gray, but somehow Van Tyker found it. Now Abby Guyona steps into the batter's box. How's the first one back? Strike 1. There you see Abby, rising senior. And Nagaki's pitch on the inside corner for strike 2. And strike 3, first strikeout for Nagaki. Guyona sits down on 4 pitches. Now Sydney Bickle, number 3 hitter. Swing and a miss, stolen base attempt. And Van Tyker slides into the tag of Sydney Gray. Pretty nicely thrown ball by Jordan Vanderwerf. Just wasn't low enough. Excellent jump by Van Tyker. Yep, sliding in under the tag. Van Tyker's in scoring position again. So now Bickle with a runner in scoring position and 1 out. Riser stays high, ball 1. Strike 2, nice pitch from Nagaki, who started the last game for Desert Thunder, but was pulled against the Oro Valley Suncats. But that time, she's already got her 2nd strikeout. The last 2 batters, she struck out with high fastballs. So 2 outs, runner on second base, and Tegan Dobson steps in. Catching this game. It stays low, ball 1. Dobson with an RBI single. The last game against the Hot Shots Chestnut squad. Can't stay off on the high riser, and it's 1-1. Excellent pitch from Nagaki, and it's 1-2. And Nagaki is a pitch away from getting out of a first inning jam, just like her counterpart on the mound in Anna Berger. 1-2 pitch. Dobson just gets a piece of it and fouls it back. All these games are 90 minutes or 6 innings, whichever comes first. 2-2 pitch. Risers high and inside, ball 3. The last game on this field, Choppers won at 3-0. That actually ended right at 90 minutes, right at 6 innings, or 5.5. Swung on, bounced toward third base, and Neal throws across the diamond. And Nagaki gets out of the inning. We're through 1 inning of play. Choppers nothing, Desert and Thunder nothing. You're watching Elite Fast Pitch Softball from Payson, Arizona on floodstream.com. Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by the city of Payson, 7,000 feet above sea level, atop the Mogollon Rim, a picturesque destination for wilderness adventurers of all ages. Visit PaysonRimCountry.com. Brooke Piazza steps in, the first baseman for Desert Thunder, and takes strike 1 from Anna Berger. Piazza, Durea, and Mercado for Desert Thunder, the 4-5-6. And that's a nice base hit right up the middle. So for the second inning in a row, the Desert Thunder get their leadoff batter on with a base hit practically over second base. And we'll have a pinch runner in Kayla Gonzalez. So now it's Maddie Durea, the right fielder, with the leadoff runner aboard. That pitch stays outside, ball 1. Little dribbler. Schweigert's going to have to come up and make the play to first as Gonzalez scampers down to second base on the fielder's choice for out number 1. Check that. That's a ground out. It just advanced the runner. And now Jessica Mercado steps in. Left-handed batter with the runners in scoring position and 1 away. High riser gets away from the catcher Dobson, and scampering down to third is Kayla Gonzalez. So Berger got herself in a jam last inning with a wild pitch and a passed ball back-to-back to get a runner on third with one away, just like there is now. That pitch stays low, ball two. However, Berger was saved by her good defense as Rogers fired over to White and then home to Dobson to get the runner trying to get home on a double play. 5-3-2. That one's low and outside as well. That hit the corner. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Can Mercado get the run home? Smacked up the middle, base hit. Gonzalez will come home, and it is 1-0 Desert Thunder. So Jessica Mercado with an RBI gives her side the lead. And now Linnea Wright, the center fielder, will step in. 2 strong hits in that inning right up the middle, and a run scores. First pitch, tough one to handle for Raylan Rogers on the high hopper, and everybody's safe. Rogers was moving to her left. You can see the Baltimore chop and got caught in the short hop. That'll score a base hit. That was far from a routine play. And now it's Katie Stracco's turn. Takes the first pitch outside, ball 1. So the Desert Thunder with a chance for a big inning and 1 out, 2 runners on. That's a chopper right side to Schweigert, who will flip it to first for the easy out. Smart play and make it 2 away, as it was too slow for any sort of double play, but that puts Mercado at third and Wright at second. And so Dre Lerma takes strike 1. Lerma didn't play in the last game that her team played on this field. Lerma from South Point Catholic High School. Foul tips that one. She's a rising senior switch hitter with a 3.3 GPA. That one bounces to the left of the plate for a ball. Berger's got to be careful. She's thrown a couple of wild pitches and a passed ball. If it happens again, that'll definitely score a run. Oof! Lerma is okay as that one hit her squarely in the helmet. That's why they wear them. This will not look pretty. Ow! She is okay, thankfully, as it did catch her on the plastic part of the helmet that protects the jawline. That looks really scary. Thankfully, she will just stand on first base. Now the bases are loaded with 2 outs and Brooke Piazza. Check that. Kayla Gonzalez steps in. Gonzalez takes strike 1 at the knees. Right on the plate, fouled off for strike 2. Gonzalez, of course, was the pinch runner who came home and scored earlier in the inning, and now she gets her first at-bat of the game with the runners full of Desert Thunders. Stays alive. You can see Gonzalez stepping forward to swing. That's what Lerma did in the previous at-bat, and unfortunately her helmet met the softball. But again, she's okay and on first base, hoping to move around. High chopper. Bickle tries to get the tag, and she does. Sydney Bickle saved her teammate Raylan Rogers by grabbing the ball and quickly tagging Linnea Wright, who was coming to third base. Excellent defensive play by the Choppers. You'll see it here. That goes over Mercado's head, but Bickle gets it. Swing, and just a bam-bam play on the shoulder before Wright reaches third base, and that saves a big inning. But Desert Thunder gets a run across. They lead 1-0 going into the bottom of the second here in Payson, Arizona at Elite Fast Pitch Softball Tournament on floodstream.com. Coverage of Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by Floodstream. High-definition television broadcasts and live streaming of sports, conferences, and live events nationwide. Learn more at floodstream.com. So Anna Berger steps in, the pitcher into the batter's box for the first time, the bottom of the second. Great shot down the right field line. This could be extra bases. It's into the corner. Durea picks it up. Berger heading for second with a stand-up double. Beautiful piece of hitting on the first pitch from Nigaki. First extra base hit of the ball game. This is beautiful. Textbook going the other way. Nothing Durea could have done about that as that landed practically on the dirt grass line. And Berger is going to have a pinch runner. Hallie Hogan steps in with a runner on second and nobody out. Fouled straight back. Isabel Ventiker is the pinch runner, the leadoff batter. As we said, she scored as a pinch runner the last game on this field. There's a short blooper right to the second baseman, Cheyenne Hudson. He pulls it down for out number one. CeCe Hudson saw that one as it came off the bat, made the easy out. And that will keep Berger at second. Now the first baseman, Paige White, had a ground rule double in her previous game. That one's down the pike as the shot right through the whole base hit past Sydney Gray. Here comes Berger around to score. Coming into second is White as the throw is off the mark, and White has another double, and this game is tied at 1. Great hustle play by Paige White. It's a ground ball and a nice job by Berger not to get hit by it, and it went to the fence, or almost to the fence. And Paige White had no trouble running into second base. Now Madison Matthews takes ball one up high. Still one out with a runner on second. Choppers hoping for a big inning. Swing and a miss by Matthews that time, 1-1. a wild game that Jesse Nigaki was a part of earlier today on this field against the Oro Valley Suncats. Foul tip strike. Nigaki was knocked out of the game as her team fell behind 6-0, but then rallied to tie the game at 9-9 before falling to the Suncats 16-9. A lot of runs in that one. That riser stays high for a ball. Matthews swings at a riser, and she will sit down. Another strikeout for Nigaki. Nigaki getting some of the choppers to chase some pitches, which they did not do in their 3-0 win on this field earlier. The riser ball, which I'm told is one of the hardest pitches to hit. Morgan Green now steps in and looks at ball one. Both of Nigaki's hits in this inning were on the first pitch. That time she keeps it low. That's a squibber to the right side into the outfield. Here comes Paige White. Is there a play at the plate? No, White is going to stay at third. However, the throw comes through, and that will allow Green to take second base. So a nice job by Maddie Durea to prevent the run from scoring. The runner does take second, so they're runners on second and third with 2 out. They get a nice piece of hitting by Green into the hole, but Durea comes up throwing. And that's a good decision not to cut it, I think, because White might have come home. Now Raylan Rogers in a hole 0-2 after taking a strike and fouling this one off. Can Rogers get the Chopper's 5th hit of the game and score 1 or perhaps 2 runs? 0-2 hit, swing and a miss, foul tip, strike 3. Nigaki comes back and gets the 3-pitch strikeout, but not before the Choppers tie the game. After 2 innings of play, we're knotted at a run apiece. As you see Rogers swing through that heater, we go to the top of the 3rd inning. You're watching Fast Pitch Softball on Floodstream.com. Desert Thunder come up to bat on the top of the 3rd with the top of the order and Sydney Gray, who singled her first time up. We've played 2 innings, each team with 4 hits, but only a run to show for it, as each pitcher doing a nice job of getting out of jams early in the ball game. That pitch bounces on the plate for ball 1. Told you about Sydney Gray heading to the University of Nebraska. Strike 1. From Tucson to Omaha. That's another pitch that got away from Berger. Bounces below the plate. 2-1. 2-2 pitch. That pitch made it 2-2. Number 2. Gray went to a full count before her single last time up. That time she slaps it to the third baseman Rogers, who throws across. And a nice job by Rogers to get it on the short hop right on the line for out number 1. She's going to make this look easy, but it isn't. Right on the short hop. That could have easily bounded away from her like an earlier one did. Now it's Caitlin Neal's turn. Looks at ball 1. Neal tried to swinging bunt that one and miss, strike 1. Berger's missing. She seems to be missing low, even bouncing a couple of them. Now with a 2-1 count, she's benefited from some great infield defense, especially on the left side this game. Speak of the devil, right to Sydney Bickle. Perfect on the throw once again after 2 hops. And 2 outs here in the top half of the 3rd. Bickle and Rogers have been busy on the left side of the infield, and for the most part, they've been money. Mila Campos, who grounded out her first time, steps in. She grounded to third when her teammate Neal tried to score. Ended up being a double play. A rare 5-3-2 double play, getting the runner at home. That one's hit right at Schreiber, who bobbles it, throws over to first in time. So each infielder, third base, shortstop, second base, gets a ground out in this top half of the 3rd inning. It's still 1-1. Campos gets good contact, but is beaten by the throw. And we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Choppers will try to break the tie. You are watching Elite Fast Pitch Softball on Floodstream.com. It's a Floodstream call to the bullpen, brought to you by Floodstream, live streaming of sports conferences and live events nationwide. Visit Floodstream.com to learn more as Cheyenne Hudson takes over on the mound, moving from her second base spot. She will face Amber Schweigert. Schweigert takes strike 1. Nagaki moves from pitcher's mound to second base, and another defensive change for the Desert Thunder. Andrea Lerma goes into left field, placing Kayla Gonzalez. That pitch stays low for ball 1. Cheyenne Hudson will be attending Huntington University, graduated from Marana High School. Gets a swinging strike on the outside corner. Hudson hopes to major in business or biology. The institution of higher learning as a riser, but Schweigert lays off that. Right up the middle for a base hit. Schweigert, patient hitting, puts her on first base. Another leadoff single for Choppers. Nothing Nigaki or Gray could do about that. And now Allison Reith is up. First pitch called strike. So out of the first 11 batters for the Choppers, gotten 5 hits. There's a bunt attempt, 2 bouncer, and nothing Neal can do but go to first. Excellent sacrifice bunt by Allison Reith. And now to the top of the order with Isabel Van Tyker. Van Tyker singled it with a full count to lead off the bottom of the first for the Choppers. Swings at a heater and misses for strike 1. Now Van Tyker can give her team the lead. She can get a base hit with 1 out. Pitch misses, ball 1. Schweigert on second. Swung on. That was caught. They're going to say that Neal caught that on the fly, and a nice job by Schweigert to stay at second, not get doubled off. Great play by Caitlin Neal. It was close. She even made a motion to throw to first. It's really kind of academic. This moves to her right, snares it off the dirt for out number 2. Abby Guyona. Nice off-speed pitch by Hudson for strike 1. Guyona struck out her first time against Nigaki, the starter. Gets one on that. A 3 bouncer to Sydney Gray over to first for out number 3. So after a leadoff single, Hudson retires the side. And after 3 innings of play, we're still knotted at 1 run apiece. You are watching Elite Fast Pitch Softball on floodstream.com. Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by Mac Media, the largest Apple Premier sales and service provider in the Southwest, proudly serving the Valley for 21 years. 2 locations to serve you, Old Town Scottsdale and Peoria, or visit macmedia.com. So Brooke Piazza will start things off. She started off the second inning with a leadoff single that eventually turned into the only run of the game for Desert Thunder. Kayla Gonzalez was the pinch runner who came around to score. 1-0 pitch from Berger. Riser, ball 2 out of the strike zone. Time called as a foul ball from the other field trickles into the outfield. Kind of surprised that doesn't happen more often. As like most softball complexes, the fields are pretty close. It's not uncommon for foul balls from one field to go to the other, especially when you've got some hitting talent that is present at this tournament here in Payson. Pitch is low. It's a bouncer to Bickle. Stays low, has to get it across quickly, and does for out number 1. Bickle waited on it a little bit, but managed to glove it and throw it across the diamond quickly before Piazza could get down there. It's always tough for an infielder whether to charge it or square up and let it come to you. First pitch to Durea is fouled off the left side. Maddie Durea grounded out her first time up. One bounces on the plate off the umpire's mask. Ball 1. Talked about Sydney Bickle at shortstop. Not only she made a couple of great throws, but she basically saved a run on a tough play on a high bouncer that went by Rogers at third, and she managed to tag the runner coming from second to third in a bases-loaded situation. There's Bickle again. That's routine. Room service hop. Get another put out for Sydney Bickle. Out number 2. It's one of the easier plays Bickle made today, perhaps her easiest. Now it's time for Jessica Mercado with 2 outs. Singled her first time up, and that's going to go off Schweigert for a base hit. It was a slow roller to Schweigert's right. Could not get her glove down. So Mercado is on base with a 2-out single. Not a routine play. They scored a single. So Mercado with 2 singles on the afternoon. Now Linnea Wright takes ball 1. Excuse me, Cheyenne Hudson, who's now pitching. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball up the middle, and that time Schweigert will make the play and flip to Bickle for the fielder's choice, and out number 3. 2-out single is stranded. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning, still tied at 1 apiece at Payson, Arizona. You're watching Elite Fast Pitch Softball on Floodstream.com. It's a Floodstream call to the bullpen, brought to you by Floodstream, live streaming of sports conferences and live events nationwide. Visit floodstream.com to learn more. Jessa Mercado is the third pitcher of the afternoon for Desert Thunder, replacing Hudson, who replaced Nagaki, the starter. So Mercado, who graduated and will be attending Cal Baptist University. Pitches strike one. Has several different pitches to her credit. She gets Sydney Bickle in a hole 0-1. Bickle with a short popper. That could be trouble. That's taken by the left fielder, Dre Lerma, for out number one. So now Tegan Dobson comes to the plate. Mercado, the new pitcher, graduated from Casa Grande this past spring with a 3.5 GPA. Dobson grounded out the last time she was up. She's back in with one out, takes strike one. Fouls that one back for strike two off the tape of the bat. Each team with 5 hits. Each team with a run scored in the second inning. And that one hit Dobson in the thigh, so she will walk down to first base. Just grazed her, and she looks just fine. Not like the one that hit Dre Lerma in the helmet earlier. So Berger, her second time up at bat. Anna Berger with an impressive double the last time she stood in there. Takes ball one above the shoulders. Berger had one of those prototypical choppers at bats, fouling off a number of pitches before getting the one she wanted and then doubling right up the middle. That one she fouls off to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Off speed, stays inside. 2-1. Swing and a miss for strike two. So Mercado coming in and picking up where her two teammates left off. Varying pitches, good control. Trying to keep hitters off balance. 2-2 to Berger. Swing and a miss, foul tip. Strike three. For the second out of the inning. So now Hallie Hogan, who flew out her first time up, will step in with a runner on second base. First base. Hogan hit a soft pop-up to Hudson, who was then at second base. Now Nagaki is there. First pitch, swing and a miss. Right down the pipe. Mercado gets strike one. Remember, only 6 innings or 90 minutes. Foul back, strike two. In case you're wondering, we're only 37 minutes into this game. Still plenty of time. That pitch stays high. Check that 52 minutes, but still this game's been going pretty quickly. Strike three on the outside corner. So Mercado comes in and gets a couple of strikeouts. And we are through 4 innings of play. We go to the top of the 5th, still 1-1, Desert Thunder and Choppers. You're watching Elite Fast Pitch Softball on floodstream.com. Coverage of Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by Floodstream. High-definition television broadcasts and live streaming of sports conferences and live events nationwide. Learn more at floodstream.com. Katie Stracco steps back in, grounded out her first time up. First pitch from Berger stays outside, ball one. Stracco, Lerma, and Gonzalez, the bottom of the order. For Desert Thunder in the top of the 5th. That's right up the middle, past the diving Schweigert for a base hit. Base hit number 6 for Desert Thunder. And for the 3rd time in 5 innings, they have the leadoff runner aboard. Now Dre Lerma swings and misses strike one. As we said a moment ago, she got plunked in the helmet in what looked scary initially. But she shook it off. See strike two. So Berger already ahead of Dre Lerma with Stracco on first. And a hitter in the helmet again. Dre Lerma has got to be asking, why me? Again. And you hear Berger telling the coach that it's not intentional. And it sounded like she said sometimes it breaks like that. And again, you can see Lerma moving forward in the batter's box. And sometimes ball meets batter, and it's happened twice in 2 at-bats, but again, she looks fine. The helmets are sturdy for a reason, and there are runners on first and second with nobody out. And let's see what Kayla Gonzalez can do. See if Berger can come back now in a tough jam. Hits the outside corner, strike one, and Rogers was charging from third base, anticipating a bunt. Gonzalez was up with the bases loaded her last time up when she hit a tricky ball to the left side, but Bickle grabbed it and tagged the runner for out number 3. That ball stayed outside, and again, looked like Gonzalez was going to bunt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gonzalez square again. If she swings at this one, it's a slow roller to Berger. No choice but to go to first. It wasn't a sacrifice bunt, but Gonzalez did the same thing. Runners advanced to second and third with 1 out. And now the Desert Thunder back at the top of the order with Sydney Gray. In a 1-1 ball game, top of the 5th, 2 runners in scoring position. Good discipline by Gray as a pitch just misses the outside corner. Infield playing in for the Choppers. Ball stays low. We'll see if Berger continues to pitch around Gray. 2-0 count. That one stays high, 3-0. First base open. Not a bad strategy. Choppers already have one double play in the game. If they would load the bases with one out, the double play would be back in play. And that one stays low. 4 straight pitch walk to Sidney Gray. Bases full of Desert Thunder players for Caitlin Neal. And now Coach Householder, the Choppers, is going to have a little tete-a-tete at the mound. Talk about strategy in this tie ball game in the top of the 5th. Started off with a Katie Stracco single. Then Dre Lerma was hit by a pitch. Kayla Gonzalez with what turned out to be a sacrifice, a dribbler to the pitcher, and now a 4-pitch walk to Sidney Gray. Caitlin Neal will also be attending the University of Nebraska after graduating from Bradshaw Mountain High School. Hoping to major in psychology and or exercise science. She played in the Pan American Games in Colombia for the USA Under-17 team. That first one is fouled off and out of play. It's wonderful what softball can do for some of these young ladies, regardless of whether they play at the next level. It can take them all over the country, all over the world. Anybody listening out there said they've been to Panama? That one stays low, and that's a nice job by Tegan Dobson scooping that one up and keeping this a tie ball game. So that goes to the fence. Stracco probably scores. Stracco on third, Lerma on second, Gray on first. 1-1 to Caitlin Neal. High chopper, that's probably going to score a run as Schweigert cannot do anything with it. Everybody's safe. Looks like Schweigert had a chance to make a play somewhere, but she was right behind the pitcher, and it would have been tough play for anybody, and a nice job by Neal to get down the baseline. She's moving to her right. She would have had to make a jump throw to first. Runner at third and home were both safe, so now it's a 2-1 ball game. Desert Thunder take the lead. There's another chopper. That time she'll go home. Schweigert gets some measures of redemption as she gets the force out at home, 4-2. And Mila Campos is retired. So now Brooke Piazza steps in with bases loaded and 2 outs. And takes strike 1. In the dirt, and again, a nice stop by Dobson. Ball 1. So the Desert Thunder take the lead on a high chopper just behind the mound. Everybody's safe. But they can't get another run across with the next batter. Schweigert makes a nice play from second base, getting the force out on the runner coming home. 2-1 to Piazza. Fouls it back, 2-2. If Piazza can get a base hit here, perhaps score 2 runs, that could break this tight game wide open here in the 5th inning. She singled her first time up. Grounded out the last time. 2-2. Fouled back. Two balls, 2 strikes. fouled off. Pitch was just on the edge of the strike zone. Can Berger get out of this jam with just giving up one run? Misses the inside corner, and now no place to put Piazza. Full count, 2 outs. A 1-run game that the Desert Thunder want to extend. Swung on and fouled off. Drop third strike. They're going to say it was not fouled off, so everybody's safe. So the drop third strike allows Brooke Piazza to go to first base. You can do that. I thought it was a foul tip. Let's take a look. Nope, that was a swing and a miss, and it bounced in front of Dobson, went to the plate. Piazza with great intelligence to run to first base. And you see Sidney Gray scoring to make it 3-1. Now it's Maddie DeRea's turn with the bases loaded. Pitch outside, ball 1. So a drop third strike going back to the fence makes it 3-1 in this tight ball game. The slow grounder to Rogers, throws across for the third out, but not before Desert Thunder get 2 runs on the board in this tight game. They take a 3-1 lead going into the bottom half of the 5th inning. You're watching Elite Fast Pitch Softball from Payson, Arizona on floodstream.com. The largest Apple Premier sales and service provider in the Southwest, Mac Media repairs broken iPhones, laptops, iMacs, and much more. Learn more at macmediainc.com. And it's a Floodstream call to the bullpen brought to you by Floodstream, live streaming of sports conferences and live events nationwide. Visit floodstream.com to learn more. As Caitlin Neal takes the mound, coming over from third base for Desert Thunder. Her first pitch to Paige White is low, ball 1. So that means taking her place at third base is Mila Campos. And the first baseman and catcher switch. So now Jordan Vanderwerf's at first. Brooke Piazza is behind the plate. And that goes right over Vanderwerf's head. And it's a fair ball. Nice job by DeRea to come over. But she drops it, and it goes in to foul territory. And standing on second base is Paige White. But not for long as she's taken off for a pinch runner. After a double, let's see what happened. That's a beautiful piece of hitting by Paige White. And DeRea slid and then let it go. She seemed to think it was out of play. Didn't matter. Runner stayed at second base anyway. So score that a single and an error. And then put Ventiker on second base as the pinch runner. Matthews steps in and takes strike one at the knees. She struck out her first time up. So just like that, Choppers are back in business with the leadoff hitter on second base. Neal's pitch stays low for ball one. It's a beautiful stroke by White. Great piece of opposite field hitting. That one stays high for ball two. Durea made a nice sliding attempt in right field, but then she dropped the ball, allowing White to go to second base. And that once again goes over Vanderwerf's head. Dre takes it, tosses home, and a nice job by Piazza to block it. But that allows Matthews to take second base. Runners on second and third with nobody out. Two straight shots to right field, opposite field. Nothing Vanderwerf could have done with any of them. A nice job by Durea to get it in. They elect not to cut it, and that allows Matthews to take second base. First pitch to Green is strike one. Green singled her first time up, and now if she singles again, this is a tie ball game. The Green's in the hole 0-2. So what was a tight ball game through 4 innings, now seeing each team with a couple of hits in inning number 5, and the Choppers trying to tie this one back up. Fouled back up to the screen, and Green stays alive. Neal's trying to get her first out. Swing and a miss. First strikeout is a great off-speed pitch. It looked like she was coming with the heater, but she slowed up a bit, and Green was way out in front of it. Second strikeout for Green. And with one away, it's Raylan Rogers' turn. Rogers struck out her first time. Couldn't catch up to the heater there. Neal's not going to pitch around her with first base open. That one off the corner. Infield playing in. At least at the corners, Campos and Vanderwerf. Gray and Nagaki trying to keep the ball in the infield. Swung on and bounced to short. Gray's going to go over to first. And that throw was not in time. Gray hesitated, and that allowed Rogers to sprint down to first. Everybody's safe, and it's a 3-2 ball game. Let's see what happened here. It was a nice job by Rogers to get down the line. Nope. Just beat it out. Plain and simple. Now it's time for Schweigert. Steal attempt. Gray comes up, ready to throw home. Rogers is in there safely. So again, runners on second and third with one out. Schweigert singled her first time up. A single through the middle might give her team the lead. That one fouled away. So just when the Desert Thunder took a 2-run lead in a tight game, and just like that, the Choppers are threatening to take the lead for the first time. Single, strikeout, single this inning. That one dribbled to the plate. Caitlin Neal, when she goes through a motion and actually allows the ball to hit her thigh, it takes some speed off. That one took too much off. That one popped up and nicely caught by Sydney Gray for out number 2, and that's a big out for Caitlin Neal. When you have runners in scoring position, the best thing you can hope for is a pop-up. Gray was well positioned for the easy out. And now it's up to Allison Reith. Swing and a miss at a riser. Strike one. Laid down a nice sacrifice bunt the last time she was up. Can't do that here with 2 outs. Neal outside, ball 1. So Caitlin Neal comes in and gives up 3 singles, but if she can retire Reith, she can hold on to the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. 1-1 pitch. Swung on, belted right at the third baseman. Campos throws across for out number 3. So the Choppers threaten but can only cut the lead in half. We're through 5. Desert Thunder 3, Choppers 2. We'll be back with the final inning in just a moment on floodstream.com. Coverage of Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by the city of Payson, 7,000 feet above sea level atop the Mogollon Rim. A picturesque destination for wilderness adventurers of all ages. Visit PaysonRimCountry.com. So Jessica Mercado steps in, that takes ball 1. The top of the 6th inning, a 3-2 lead for Desert Thunder. And strike 1 from Berger. Outside, ball 2. Mercado has 2 singles this game. Hoping to go for 3 for 3. That one stays behind her. Mercado, the only player with 2 hits. Right at the first baseman that time. Steps on the bag. Paige White gets out number 1. Sharply hit, but right at White. And the leadoff batter is retired. So now Linnea Wright steps in. She has a single on the afternoon. Looks at strike 1 from Berger. And strike 2. Already right in an 0-2 hole. Desert Thunder scored 2 runs on the top of the 5th, take the lead. Choppers got 1 back in the bottom of the inning, and it's 3-2. Wright steps in with a 1-2 count. Right up the middle, going to be tough for Schweigert. Makes the backhanded throw. and makes the play. Great job by Amber Schweigert. Ranging to her right, stops and makes a great throw to catch Linnea Wright. Wow, that was close. But it's out number 2. And it's up to Katie Stracco to keep the inning alive. Strike on the inside corner. Looks like Anna Berger has found some renewed vigor in this final inning of work for her. And that goes right to her glove for out number 3. A 1-2-3 6th inning for Anna Berger. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Choppers need a run to tie, 2 to win. You are watching Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball on floodstream.com. Coverage of Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by Floodstream, high-definition television broadcasts and live streaming of sports, conferences, and live events nationwide. Learn more at floodstream.com. It's been an exciting ball game. Neither team has been ahead by more than 2 runs. And we come to the final half inning, bottom of the 6th. Choppers down 3-2. It's still Neal on the mound. And it's Isabel Ventiker, top of the order. Takes ball 1. Caitlin Neal, the 4th pitcher of the afternoon for Desert Thunder. That one goes over everybody's head. Ball 2. Ventiker singled and then lined out to the third baseman. She's 1 for 2. A 2-0 count. And now ball 3. Neal already in the hole 3-0, nursing a 1-run lead. She gave up a run last inning, but got a couple of key outs to keep her team on top. Swing and a miss. Ventiker was swinging on 3-0. Back in at 3-1. Fouls that one off. So Neal, after delivering 3 balls to start the inning, has come back, drawn the count full on the leadoff batter for Choppers. Three-two pitch. On the outside corner for strike 3. Ventiker is retired as Neal paints the corner for out number 1. Let's see where this pitch was. Well framed by Piazza for strike 3. Now it's Abby Guyona, 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. That one right down the pike, fouled off. You got to give credit to this Desert Thunder squad. They were up against the tough Sun Cats squad out of Oro Valley 2 games ago on this field. Fell behind 6-0. Battled back to tie it at 9-9. That one's fouled off for strike 2. And then lost 16-9 after a grand slam, 2 grand slams by the Sun Cats. So this is a never say die Desert Thunder squad that came back and is playing tooth and nail with a tough hitting squad from Southern California. Speaking of tough hitters, Guyona stays alive with a foul back to the screen. Choppers have been doing that all afternoon. They did that last game on this field in their 3-0 victory over the Arizona Hotshots team, the Chestnut squad. The 0-2 to Guyona. Fouled off. Still a 2-strike count. Caitlin Neal strikeout. Great off-speed pitch on the inside corner. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Caitlin Neal. And it's all down to Sydney Bickle. She's been a monster at the shortstop spot in the field. She's 0 for 2 at the plate. 2 outs. Desert Thunder with a 1-run lead. She needs to get on base. Outside ball 1. How about Caitlin Neal? Comes in and gives up a couple of singles last inning, gives up a run, but keeps the lead, gives up 3 balls to the leadoff hitter, gets the strikeout, and then a second strikeout. Bickle fouls that off left side. It's 1-1. These are the types of games that softball fans live for. Can Bickle keep her team alive? The 1-1 delivery. Swung on, nope, fouled off left side. She's trying to go the opposite direction. The Choppers are down to their last strike. Can Neal strike out the side, but Piazza gonna have a word with her pitcher. Piazza started the game at first base and switched places with Jordan Vanderwerf. Game's seen a little bit of everything, even though the score is 3-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Neal. Swung on left side. It goes up and over Campos. And the Choppers stay alive. E5 puts the tying run at first base. A slow roller to Campos. It's that in-between hop. Nice job by Gray to back her up to make it just a 1-base error. It's the second error on Desert Thunder. And now Tegan Dobson wants to keep the rally alive. Neal misses the inside corner, ball 1. Dobson grounded out her first time up, was hit on the thigh by a pitch the last time she was at bat. Bickle on first. Swung on and foul ball. Inches to the left of third base. That's a foot and a half to the right. That's extra bases. Bickle might even score. Instead, it's 1-1 to Dobson. Reiser stays high, ball 2. Neal with a 2-1 count on Dobson. Tried the off speed, but took too much off, and it dribbled over the plate. It's 3-1. Bickle already on first. Do you dare try and send Bickle? 3-1, swung on. Fair ball! Inside the right field line, chasing it down is Lerma. Bickle is going to stop at third. Runners on second and third, and a two-out rally for the Choppers. Just inside. Ball game. And unfortunately, we won't get a chance to see the Choppers try and take the lead. That's a beautiful hit, but the clock has run out. That was a ground rule double as it went all the way past the fence. The runner had to stop at third, and they have to end the game here at 3-2. If that ball hits the fence and stays in play, it's likely a tie game, but what are you going to do? These are 90-minute games. And so the clock runs out on the Choppers, and the Desert Thunder hold on to win by a final score of 3-2. Thank goodness for tournament rules. We'll be back to wrap this one up in just a moment. What a wild game here at Payson, Arizona. You've been watching coverage of Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball on floodstream.com. Desert Thunder eke out a 3-2 victory over the Choppers, and we have an interview with one of the Desert Thunder winning players, Dre Lerma. Hi, Dre. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
First of all, big question: are you okay?
Yes, I'm good.
I'm not sure the last time I saw any player, softball, baseball, whatever, get hit in the head twice in the same game. So, how did that feel? Was it pretty much deja vu the second time?
Yeah.
So that's just your normal hitting motion, and the ball just broke the wrong way?
I guess so. Today was just not my day. The ball was just looking for me.
Well, okay. And your team played a couple of games in the last few hours. You battled back to tie up a tough Oro Valley squad, and then you got this victory. What kind of team is this to have the guts and the discipline to battle back when they're playing tough teams like that?
They're just so hardworking, like such a passionate team. Just very dedicated team. Just great team, great group of girls overall.
Well, that's great. So this is y'all's last game of the tournament, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, congratulations on the big victory. Safe trip home, and
Thank you.
Get some good sleep tonight and take some Advil.
I will. Thank you.
Okay. Well, it was indeed a wild game, 3-2. Both teams scoring in the second inning and the fifth inning. The Desert Thunder just getting 2 runs in the top of the fifth. Caitlin Neal gets the save as Anna Berger gets the loss. Ironically, if we had more time, she could have batted in the tying or winning run. But instead, because of the 90-minute rule in this tournament, the Desert Thunder the Choppers stranded second and third base runners and could not get the batter up with 2 outs to get the winning run. So, as it stands, Desert Thunder win by a final score of 3-2 over the Choppers. I want to thank everybody involved with this one here at floodstream.com and all the people at Payson. Congratulations to Desert Thunder with the 3-2 victory over the Choppers. I'm Chris Martin. You've been watching Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball on floodstream.com.